Hello. Dear students, kindly, if you have the laptop, keep your laptop ready to make some presentations, or else you should keep your book and pen ready. Okay? Can anyone respond? Students, are you there? I'll repeat once again. If you have the laptop, you can keep the laptop ready, or else keep a book and a pen ready. Okay, based on Anil Eraser's instruction, you can just. Okay, thank you.
Students, make sure that you are all having laptop or otherwise book and pen with you. Before Anil sir log into the session, be ready with the laptop or book and pen with you without fail. Can anyone respond? Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Shweta ma'am. So, yeah, so I just wanted to check if, you were able to get the students and them to get their notebooks and PPTs in place.
It is informed, sir.
Okay, all right. So, good afternoon, everybody. So we've been having some sessions to and fro, and because of you not gathering in a room, and it was happening. So, so I've kind of tweaked the way of presentation slightly so that we don't have to face that challenge. In spite of that challenge, we can continue. So that's the way I've kind of planned for these sessions till we find another solution. Either we have a breakout room or you all are in one room and things like that. All right, so good to see you all today. So I have 27 participants. I see 27 participants. Can I get a raise of hand from some of the students, those who know that they're part of certain groups? So I'm just trying to, do the logistics before we begin so that we don't have any glitches today. All right. So can I get some students to, speak up, unmute yourself, and maybe you can tell me whether you know if you're a part of a group, you're clubbed into a group, and you know your group members. If any of you know are aware of that, okay. I just want to, take stock of that before we begin. Any of the students? So there are 27 participants. Okay, I think I'll have to warm you up, and then you need a warm up for opening and start talking, right? So who has attended my previous session? Which of the students here has attended my previous session? I know there were two sessions which we started, but we kind of canceled because of lack of group and all that. But I just want to see if you all remember anything from the sessions that we've had earlier, or is it completely blank, completely new? Whatever the situation is, can I get some responses? I need to get that response so that I know where I need to start. Do I take off from where we left, or do I need to start afresh? Who wants to connect? You can unmute yourself and speak. All right. You can unmute yourself and speak. The students, I only want the students to respond, whoever is attending online. I see so many names. Ram, Shilpa, Kavita, Juveraj, Saif Grant, Bobby, Mustaq, Minhaj, Akila. All right, so even this is not working. So you all are part of the MBA program. I mean, you're part of the business program, right? I mean, you want to become business professionals. So if you can't even speak, I mean, you have to start opening up, right? You need to start talking, interact, and then we will have a session, right? Otherwise, how are we going to proceed? I don't even see any videos on. All of you just have your pictures and names. Okay, shall we go alphabetically then? Shall we go ahead alphabetically? Shall we pick names alphabetically? Okay, let me see who all are there. Okay, Akila, are you a student?
Faculty, sir.
Faculty. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the names. Mani Ranjan, are you a student? Veena, are you a student? Veena Grace. Ram, are you a student?
No, sir, I'm L4.
Okay. Who is a student? Can one of the students unmute themselves? Okay, Shweta, ma'am, can you just let me know who are the students there, and at least one or two of them, so that I can start them to talk. Ram, are you a student there?
Amit is a student, sir.
Okay, Shweta, I see a raised hand. Can you unmute yourself and speak? Can you unmute yourself, please? And can we speak? I don't know why you have raised your hand. Okay, there is a chat, not audible. Am I not audible? I think I am. Everybody else is able to hear. Okay, so whoever is a student, can you raise your hand? You know that there is a reactions button on the screen of WhatsApp. Can you raise your hand? If you are a student, can you raise your hand? And then I will call.
So sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Amit Manoj is a student. Amin D, AI Amin D is a student.
Okay, just two names. Manoj, is it? Manoj.
No, so Amit Manoj.
Amit Manoj, can you please unmute yourself? Amit Manoj.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so why do we need to prompt you? If you are a student, can you not speak up? So Amit Manoj, can you tell me, are you part of some group? I mean, have you been divided into group? And
Yes, sir. Well, there are around 240, like 150 students in A, and like four or three, 5 members has been divided into groups, and in another group it's 21 members for one group, and for the new project it's like 3 or 4 members.
Okay, can you recognize your group members in this set of 22 participants today?
I'm the only one here.
Yes
Like,
or no?
2 or 3 groups present, sir. So for like for batch 2, I mean batch 1 is in 21 members for an, and for
Okay,
another.
so I don't want all the numbers and all of that. So all I'm trying to do, okay, please understand me. What I'm trying to do here is we have a set of 22 participants. I want to have a meaningful interaction for the next few hours, right? So I want to make sure that all of you are able to understand what I'm going to tell you, and also you are able to participate. So that is the intent. I don't want to know the statistics like 250 students or whatever. Whoever is not here is not here. That's all right. I just want to make sure that we have a meaningful interaction for the next few hours in this session. All right. So if I'm asking a question, I would expect you all to respond. Okay. If you are all very shy, that's not going to really help. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you are a student, can you please raise your hand using the reactions button in the WhatsApp? At least I will know whether you're able to hear me. Is the communication happening, not happening? Otherwise, if I don't get a response, it's very difficult for me to keep continue speaking. Okay, thanks Amin, thanks Jai Harish, Amit, thanks for raising your hand. Who else is a student here? Who else is a student here? So I see only 3 hands that are raised, which either means that the rest of them are not students, or they're not able to hear me. It doesn't make any sense for them to be part of this session. Okay, now I see a little more number of hands. I see Nihad, I see Talhat, I see Ashin, I see Manish, I see Shevikrant. Who else is a student? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hands are raised. So there are only 8 students. Okay, so this is the last chance. Whoever is a student, please raise your hand. I mean, there is a reactions button there digitally on your, on your window there in the WhatsApp panel. In the reactions section, you need to choose raise hand, and you will be able to raise your hand like you see the rest of them raising their hands. All right. So now we have about 9 participants raising their hands. So they are all students. The rest of you all are either not students or you're not able to hear me, or I don't know what is the other, whatever is the other alternate. So effectively we have 9 participants. Okay, so I'm just going to give you 1 more minute. Okay. Now, 1 more minute and the rest of you can raise your hands. Whoever is, a student, please raise your hand. Sudhir Kumar Rana, I don't know. If you're not able to hear, if you're not able to understand, it doesn't really make any sense to be part of this session. You might as well log out. Okay. If you're able to understand and you can interact, then it makes sense for you to participate in this session. All right. So of the raised hands, I just want to, now I will go one by one from the raised hands. Amin, can you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself briefly? So when I say introduce yourself, I want to know what is the course you're pursuing and what is your area of interest. What do you think you're going to learn from these sessions with me? All right. That is what I want to understand. Amin, can you unmute yourself and speak up?
Yes, my name is Alamin Dabit, and I am from BCFSM.
Can you be a little more, is it clear for the rest of you? I don't think your audio is very clear. Can you be a little louder and can you be a little more clearer? Yeah.
Sir, I'm not feeling well today, so I didn't even go to the class today. I'm having a little bit of fever and a headache. So I don't know if that's a problem or what. But okay. My name is Alamin Dabit, and I am from BCFSM. The area which I want to, understand means, I want to know about the specifications and various applications of AI. And I would also like
Applications
to know
of, sorry, various applications of?
AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Thank you, Amin. I can call you Amin, right?
Sure, sir, sure.
Sure. Okay, that's your name, right? Amin. Okay.
Yes, sir, yes.
All right. Thank you, Amin. So keep your hands raised because that will help me, identify the students. Amit, can you briefly introduce yourself and the course that you're doing? I want to know the full form of the course. I mean, what kind of a course is it that you're doing? And what is your area of interest? Why do you think you have come to attend this session today? Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amit.
Yeah, you need to be a little more loud. Your voice is very feeble.
Okay, my name is Amit Manoj, and I have took bachelor in computer application with specialized in AI, artificial intelligence. Well, I hope to choose AI because we all know that AI is going to be the future, and lot of changes is going to occur due to AI. And I want to be a part of artificial intelligence that's going to change like the applications in new, like in every company's AI is being introduced, and in various fields AI is introduced to change how the AI works, how we can develop our own AI. So that's why I hope to choose AI. And these classes, I'm expecting to learn new things.
New things about what?
New things of artificial intelligence, how the artificial intelligence working. Like there should be algorithm or programs that's creating a like how we can create our own artificial intelligence, like the new chat GPT, like that's been implemented in the open AI by Elon Musk. So that's a new AI that's been introduced. So I want to know how the new AIs are coming.
Okay. Okay. Artificial intelligence. Okay. So your area of interest seems to be also artificial intelligence. All right. Thank you, Amit. So you're there for it. Okay. By the way, Amit, do you have access to a PPT? You have a PPT. You are on a laptop, right? Because I will be giving an exercise on which you will have to do something on the PPT. I mean, not anything fancy, but maybe you'll have to type something and, write
I'm
down.
not having any laptop, sir.
Okay, then how are you going to present if I'm going to ask you to present?
So if I need to any kind of presentation, sir, I'll do it in the next section because I'm not having any laptops to do the presentation, and the current sessional exams are going, so I was not able to make any kind of presentation, sir.
No, I don't want you to make a presentation and show it to me, right? I want to, I mean, how will you, if I'm going to ask, giving you an exercise because you all are not there in one group or something, I want you to at least write something or, do it on a Word and then present it to me. I would ideally want you to have a laptop so that you can, actually do some activity and then present it back. You can share your screen and present back. So how are you going to present it then, Manoj?
So for last time, I was using my friend's laptop, and she has went to her hometown due to fever. So
Okay,
I was
fine.
using her laptop.
So
Not
what is the
having any.
solution? How are you going to, from the next session onwards, are you going to get your laptop?
Yes, sir. For the next section onwards, will be having laptop because I'm going to buy a new laptop for me because it's very
Okay,
necessary.
fine, fair enough. Yeah. So can I go ahead with Nihat? Nihat T, can you please unmute yourself? Nihat, can you hear me? Okay, Thalhat. Thalhat, am I correct in pronouncing your name? Can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself, Thalhat? Ashin, can you unmute yourself? Ashin, can you unmute yourself? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ashin, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so can you please briefly introduce yourself and can you tell me about why have you come for this session? What is it that you expect to learn from this session?
Actually, my name is Ashin. I'm BCA first term. I choose AI because I have no idea of this AI. I heard about AI is the future. That's why I choose.
Okay. So you seem to be coming with an impression that this is going to be an AI session. Okay, anyway, fine. Fine, thank you. Do you have a laptop?
No, sir. I have no laptop.
Okay. Conveniently, everybody doesn't seem to be having a laptop. So you all are joining from your mobile devices, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you are expected to present something, how will you present?
Uh, I want to buy a new laptop.
Okay, no, I mean buying a new laptop. I'm not asking you to buy laptops, but I'm saying if you're attending a session online, and if you are given an assignment, and if you are supposed to present your assignment, how will you present your assignment? How do you usually do it for the other sessions? In the other sessions, how do you present your assignment? Or you've never presented any assignment?
No, sir. I'll not. I'll not.
All right. Shebin, can you unmute yourself? Shebin, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, can you briefly introduce yourself? I'm not going to repeat this again. I just want you to introduce and, like the others, if you've been hearing.
Yeah. My name is Shabin. I am from Kerala. I am here to BBA entrepreneurship.
Your voice is very muffled. There's a lot of echo. I can't hear you properly.
Now, right? Now it's okay?
Yes.
I am here to BBA entrepreneurship. And just hello.
Yeah, and what do you want to learn in today's session?
Uh, I want to know how AI act in management skill. Now AI also developing more softwares and something in business sectors. But I want to one day AI in business sectors to managing the business.
Okay, managing the business. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a Shepin. Okay, interesting. We will.
Yeah, in China there is a news agency.
Mhm.
The news agency only running behind the AI, no any workers. I want to run like that a business. with AI, not any more workers. The AI is the main workers.
Okay. What about, okay, now we have Shebin. Nihad, I haven't seen you speaking. Can you unmute yourself? Can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so can you please, I won't repeat the question for everybody. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself and what brings you here for today's session?
First of all, my name is Nihad. I am from BCA first sem. I have to work with AI. The future is coming also AI. So I just want to go with that only. So that's only.
Okay, fine, fair enough. So who else is left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Shebin, you're done. Jay Harish. Incidentally, for those of you who have joined a little late, if you are a student, you are supposed to raise your hand. Okay, so right now I see only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hands, which means there are only 6 students in this session out of the 20 participants. Okay, Jay Harish, can you unmute yourself? If you can hear me, please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Jayarish. I'm from BCA first sem.
Okay.
And I'm choosing AI to learn how to work the future with AI like humans doing.
Okay. So all of you want to know about AI, and you're expecting some AI thing in this session today, right? That's the common thing that's the common thread that I'm seeing in all the participants. Diljit, can you unmute yourself and introduce? You can go next. Diljit, I see you have raised your hand. Can you speak up and go next?
Yes, sir. Hello. Myself, I am Diljit, studying first year BCA. I attended section for knowing much about the AI. So I heard about the AI.
One thing, you're saying I'm attending this session to know about AI. Were you told that this session is about AI?
No, sir. I think that this section become AI. Telling about much about AI.
Oh, you think? How do you think it was? I mean, was that communicated to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So you are coming with an intent to understand more about AI. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any more students in the set of participants here? Who are the other students? I want the students to continue having their hands raised, because otherwise I will not be able to identify the students within this set. The rest of you who have not, I mean, whoever has not raised their hand is not a student. Okay, so I see only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hands that have been raised. Besides that, anyone else, if they want to speak, or obviously you can raise your hand and unmute yourself and interrupt. But otherwise, the students, I want you to. Amit, have you introduced yourself?
Yes, sir. I was the first person to introduce myself.
All right. And what prevents all of you to switch on your videos? I'm curious to know. I mean, you can just show your face once and then, switch it off if you're, bandwidth issues and all of that. But otherwise, once in a, when you're speaking, maybe you can put on your video. All right. Yeah. And then you can switch it off if it's a bandwidth issue, because we don't want to get into, those issues of bandwidth and all that. All right. So I see Jay Harish, Nihad, and the others. Amit, yeah. And Ashin is also showing his video. All right. Shebin. And Amin, I have not seen. All right. So since it's a Diljit, okay, I have seen Diljit. Okay, Amin. So now I know it's some real people behind these names. right? Otherwise, it's I'm the only one with the video on, and I'm just talking to names, blank names. Okay, if you have bandwidth issues, you can go and unmute. I mean, put off your videos, because then you will have connectivity issues and all of that. All right. So what I want to okay, has any one of you attended my previous session? Any one of you has attended? If you don't answer, I will assume that you have not. Okay. If you
I
don't,
have, sir. I have.
you have. Okay. So whenever I'm asking, so there are hardly 5-6 active
Sir,
participants.
excuse me, if you mean by the previous session, I haven't attended that one because I was in college and my data pack had been over, so I couldn't attend that session. The previous one.
Okay, no, not the previous. There was a session, the session which went on for some time, and then I introduced some
Yeah, I
topics.
have attended one of your session in which you asked about that dump ideas and to explain about that things. I've
Okay,
attended that.
very good, wonderful, wonderful. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, so do you remember anything from that session, Ami?
Yes, sir. There were 6 points like neural link, hologram, time
Your voice
machine.
is echoing. Your voice is echoing. Your voice is echoing.
There was like six or 7 points, right? For neural link, hologram, time machine, anywhere door.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to list the list of 6 or 7 things. What was the question and what was the activity that we did? I just want to warm up so that you all are on the same page. Can you just recap what you did? What was the whole
Yes,
thing?
sir. It was like if you are conducting a meeting, how it will be possible that all the members can be presented for that meeting? Like if it's for the time
That
section,
was
like
your assignment. That was your assignment. Ah, yeah, that was the assignment, and then you started finding dumb ideas for it, right, Amit?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fair enough. So good. You remember something. Who else? Amin, can you also recap a little bit from you? Can you give us your perspective?
Yes, sir. You asked about to explain about some dumbest ideas you've ever known, and we didn't expect that you would ask the explanation about it. First you said say some random dumbest ideas you ever know, and we will just discuss about it later. But I never thought that you would ask to explain it. You later asked how can it be possible, and some of them had already said time machine and metaverse and all. Some of them didn't even know how to explain about that. That's all I know. That as far as I know, that's the main thing I know. That's all.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Amit. Thanks, Amit. Thanks, Amin. Who else? Anyone else wants to give a quick recap of what they understood from the previous session? Because it's been a while, we had some sessions which were cancelled. So I just want to make sure that you are all connected to the previous session. Of course, I will reinitiate a few topics and all that so that you don't miss out. Anybody else? The others, I'm assuming, did not attend the session. All right. So, okay. So from what I understand from all of you, you all have some kind, obviously you're doing some course in business, it's related to business management, and you all are interested in artificial intelligence and you want to do something in that space. I mean, I don't know how seriously you are already thinking about getting into that space. One of you mentioned that you're into entrepreneurship, and I mean, you want to be interested. You are interested in entrepreneurship, and yes, it's good to see that you all have those aspirations and you want to do something in the space of AI, and you will be learning about all of these things. Artificial intelligence and the various other technologies and tools in the other sessions you're already learning, like for instance in automation and cyber security, and there are so many other topics in the digital space. Okay, so my sessions, the sessions that you will have with me, I come with an industry experience of over 24-25 years of industry experience working in the IT industry, and also interacting with a lot of professionals in this space. What you can expect from my sessions is, I want you to understand, you will be learning about all these technologies and tools from the other sessions. From the sessions that I will be conducting, these will be more interactive, and these will be more oriented towards application of that knowledge, whatever you are learning in the other sessions, may it be some technologies, may it be some other tools or whatever it is, I'm going to exercise your brains on applying those in corporate situations, in the business world. How do you apply those in your business scenarios, and how do you get results and make it a meaningful application, right? Otherwise people can keep learning. So a lot of scientists are doing a lot of research and understanding a lot of developing new technologies, new tools and all of that, and there is a lot of R&D that is happening, and there are new technologies. You can learn a lot about those in specific sessions. But in the real world, real in the sense in the business world, in the corporate world, all that makes meaning, it is meaningful only if it is able to produce some results which are useful for the society. For example, artificial intelligence or cyber security or automation, all these technologies, there'll be so many nuances, so many details about these tools and technologies, right? How are we going to use those for our daily, for the consumption of the public or for the society? How does the business think about these things, and how does it make it meaningful for the society? So I'm going to come from that angle and give you that view. All right. Is this clear? Is this clear? Any questions around this? I think I clarified this in the other session also. And so, for example, we did this exercise on the dumbest idea, right? Like Amin and one of you others mentioned about the dumbest idea exercise, Amit, I think. So once we started doing initially when you started doing the exercise, you were wondering what is this dumb idea, and you all came up with a lot of ideas which you thought were dumb. But when we probed a little deeper into it, we saw that we can actually go dig deeper into that whole thing and make meaning out of it and make it a useful solution for the problem that was stated, right? For example, even the mobile device, let's say the smartphone that we use today, right? Many years ago, a lot of people would think it's an unthinkable idea. It is a dumb idea. Oh, how can you even think about something as crazy as that, where you will have a device which can do, everything from banking to communication to, interaction to classes, online classes. Do you really think something like that is possible? Many years ago, people would have thought like that, right? But then that was converted into a practical idea, and today we all are using it, right? As so much so that you all are using that right now to even attend a class. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? If it is making sense, can I get a yes in the chat box? Can you type in the chat box? See, if it is a one-on-one in-person kind of a session in the classroom, it is much easier to, see your reactions and responses. But here, I will request you to at least interact. I know you may have bandwidth issues, and you don't have a laptop, you don't have a PPT. It's virtually like you're all, just in front of your, handset, and then you're listening. So I want some interaction. If this is making meaning, this is making sense for you, I want you to type a yes in the chat box. Yeah. So Ram is saying, yes, it is making sense. Jay Harish is saying it's making sense. Amin, Diljit, yes. Okay. All of you should type. There's nothing like, at least I know that you're interacting and you're understanding what we're talking about, right? All right. So, in these sessions, there won't be a lot of, it's not like a lecture session. I'm not going to give you a lecture on a particular topic and, show you a lot of slides and you'll just see and, go away. No, that's not the intent of these sessions. I want to make sure that you're applying whatever you're learning in the other sessions. And I want you to see the practical meaning of all that you're learning. Why do you think you need to know all those things? A lot of you said, I'm interested in AI, but do you really know what AI can do for you? Do you really know how you can apply artificial intelligence in the business world? Okay, so today we will see that in the second half. In the first, there are 2 exercises for today. In the first half, I'll have one exercise, which again I will explain to you, in a bit. And then after that, we will have some presentations. Since you are a handful of you, just about 6 or 7 of you, we will have each one of you maybe present. And then we will have the next exercise, which is to do with a practical business scenario. Okay. All right. So if you are excited about this, type excited in the chat box. If you're really excited about learning something and playing some games today, type excited in the chat box. If you're not, if you don't type, I will assume that you're not excited. Okay. So it's not some sessions on lecture sessions. It's going to be a lot of, you'll have to do some bit of thinking, and it's not going to be difficult, but you'll need to do some thinking, and I'll guide you how to think. Okay, so if you are excited about these exercises and you want to do it, please type excited in the chat box. Can you type excited in the chat box? All these students. Until and unless I see an excited, yeah, okay. Vida is Jerry, she's excited. I want the others also to be, okay, Amit, Diljit, all right. All right. All right. Okay, great. So we will start with the first exercise for today. Ideally, this exercise should be done where you're all divided into groups and the groups can interact amongst themselves. Okay. So, but I'm going to find a workaround for that so that it is, it is possible for us to still do the exercise. Hafida, are you a student? If, okay, she has raised her hand. Hafida, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself? I haven't heard you speaking. Hafida, are you there?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I just want to know what your, what course are you from, and what brings you here for today's session? What do you want to learn in today's session? Just quickly, half a minute.
I am Hafida from batch 2. Today I am here to learn many things about anything about technology, which is interesting and which can be more interesting in this social media platform.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Okay, so now let's start with the exercise. Okay, so you all are familiar with okay, we can make it you're all in college, but we'll make it, assume you're all working professionals. Okay, let's make an assumption that you all are, you're already, graduated and you have your job, you are in a nice, good job, and you work in a nice, good building, and you have an office to go, and you all go to the office and you're working professionals. Okay, so that is the first assumption. Okay, now this is although it is supposed to be a group thing, we will start with the individual and we'll see how we can interact. So individually, all the students, please do this exercise individually. If you have a pen and paper, make a list of that on your, make notes and do this exercise on that sheet. Okay. So the exercise is, you all, each one of you is a working professional. Okay. Assume that all those who are your, these people who have raised their hands are the team members. You are all part of the same office, and you all are part of the office, your team members, and you go to the same building, and you work from that office, and you're all some IT professionals or whatever, right? I mean, you can assume all of that. Assume a situation that there is a natural calamity outside. There is a natural calamity outside, and or there is some there is some floods, and it's been pouring and whatever, and it's very, very bad outside, and there is an emergency situation that has been announced and you are stranded in your office. Okay, so the situation is that you are stranded in your office and you can't go out of the office building because of the unforeseen circumstances, and you can't even break windows and all of that. Of course you can open windows and all that, but you can't go out of the office. It's impossible. Okay, you're confined to the office. Given this situation, what I want you to do is each one of you assume that you are all together and you're all interacting with each other, and assume, but individually you can do this exercise first. Make a list of 15 things which are there in your surroundings, assuming that you're in the office. 15 things that are there in your surroundings which are very important for your survival, because you don't know, it's an emergency situation and you're stranded in the building. You don't know when it will be all right, when you will be able to go out, and you don't know anything about the future. It's a little difficult situation, but you need to suddenly you're caught in that situation. So what are those 10 to 15 things? 15 things. Make a list of those 15 things, and the next I want you to do is I want you to then prioritize that list of 15 things according to importance. So which is the most important thing that you need to keep, second most important thing, and like that maybe the 15th, like the list of 15, right, according to priority. Is this clear? Is this clear? If this is clear, can you please type a clear in the chat box? If this is clear, can you please type clear in the chat box? Okay, I want at least all the students to keep interacting on the chat box. Okay, Amin is saying once more, sir. Shebin is saying, okay, 15 things. Okay. Okay, so I will repeat this once again. You have to assume that you are going to the office, you're a working professional, and one fine day when you went to the office, suddenly there was a natural calamity, and there has been it has been announced that everything is at a standstill and you are stranded in your office. Stranded in the sense you are confined, you cannot go out because of the natural situation outside. And you don't know when it will become better and when things will better. You don't have any idea about that, and you can't go out of the building, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to make a list of 15 things which are important for your survival. How will you survive if you have to, if you're stranded for a few days or whatever, God forbid, this is a hypothetical situation. There is a reason we're trying to understand something. So if that is a situation, what are those 15 things? Make a list of those 15 things that are important for your survival. And next is I want you to prioritize those 15 things according to whatever criteria you have. Prioritize them. Number one is, this is most important. Second most important is this in that list, and like that. Is this clear to everybody? Now, is this clear? If it is not clear, can you please type not clear in the chat box? If it is still not clear, to whomever it is still not clear, please type not clear in the chat box. Okay, looks like it is clear for everybody. And for doing this exercise, you will get 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, 15 to 20 minutes. I'm here. If you have any questions, if there are questions regarding the assignment, yes, you can ask me, but otherwise, do it yourself. Ideally, you should be doing this as a group where all of you are communicating and interacting with yourself, each one of you. Okay. Is it okay the other option that I can give you today is, because if we want to have this as a group activity, can I ask, is it okay if all of you, I mean, the team members are just these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So let's do one thing. First, let us do it individually, and then I will do a group exercise where I will ask you to unmute and you can interact amongst yourself for a bit. Okay, so take about 15 minutes to come up with this list and think through. Please apply your mind. Don't just randomly do things. I want you to, because I want you to explain why you have chosen those things and why you have prioritized them according to that priority that you have given. Okay, so I want you to start thinking. Okay, so your time starts now. It's 3:03 by the clock. So by about 3:20, yeah, I think you should be ready with your list and the priority list also, priority ranking. Okay, I'm here. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Meanwhile, you can unmute and ask me any questions.
Okay. So due to this natural calamity, we are strangled in the building for like 3 or 4 days, right?
That is your assumption. You can do any, you can assume anything. You don't know. How do you know it is only for 3 or 4 days?
So we don't know like for how much time or
Suddenly
days
the
we are going to
situation
be.
has come. Yeah. So suddenly the situation has come and you don't know. It could be 3 days, 10 days. How will you tackle this situation? What are the important things?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I think that my office is going to damage or in a fire, it will all go, nothing in office. It's okay.
No, I mean, you're in office. I told you that you're stranded in the office. All you have is your office. Inside the office, whatever was there in the office, everything is there. It's not a fire situation. It's a natural calamity like, some floods, and you can't go out of the office, but you can survive. You have the office space, and then you need to identify the list of 15 things for your survival.
Oh, for going forward well.
Sorry?
The business to go forward well. What I want, that is it.
Not business. Now it is a question of your survival. You are stranded in the office. You have to survive, no? I mean, business has maybe, I don't know. I mean, that might have stopped. I mean, your office is not functional as a normal office now. You're stranded. There is a natural calamity. You're all stranded in that building, in the office where you went to the office, but suddenly something happened outside. There are natural floods or there is some kind of something, God forbid, and you are kind of stranded there. How will you ensure that you will how will you ensure your survival plan for the next, let's assume 4 5 days or 10 days, 5 days maybe? Okay. If you have any questions, I'm here. You can ask me questions. I'm assuming you're doing the exercise. Ideally, if you had a laptop, you should do it on a PowerPoint presentation slide. Just type that and then present it. When I ask you, you should be able to present it. Next time onwards, try to make sure that you are having some facility to present. Okay.
So for the survival, the company is providing food, it's like food supplements will be present in the company. So we can go out now. So how we will be able to get the food supplies if we are strangled in the building?
I'm sorry, Amit, can you repeat that?
Okay. So if you're strangled in the building, like if you want, if we can't go out, we need to survive in the building, right? So so for the survival, we need food supplements to live. So if in the company there will not be any food supplements, or like it will not be present.
Okay, so you can make some assumptions. You can assume that your canteen was there in the office, and the canteen has got some supplies, or some restaurants were there in the office. I mean, usually big campuses will have restaurants, right? So, I mean, the building might have a restaurant or in-house restaurant or something. So you have some facilities there. You can make some assumptions. Make some assumptions. Okay, I don't mind. You can make some assumptions, realistic assumptions you can make. Clear, Amit?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you have another 4 minutes to go. Are you still working on the problem? I see only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students working on the problem. All those who are students need to have their hands raised using the reactions button there so that I know who the students are. So as of now, I can see only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands raised in the reactions button, which means there are only 5 students. Diljit, why have you stopped raising your hand? You need to raise your hand. Continue to keep that on so that I can identify. There's no other way I can. Otherwise, I'll have to keep hunting for those who are students and all of that. Okay, another 1 minute. If you need a little more time, can you type need more time in the chat box? Or if you're done, please type done in the chat box. Okay, once you're done, you can type done in the chat box. And if you need a little more time, just type need more time in the chat box. I hope you're all doing the exercise. So it's 3:20 by the clock. Those of you who are done, can you please type done? If you need some more time, you need to type need more time. You have only 2 options. You can't be just silent. All those who have raised their hands, are you listening? Need more time. Amin needs more time. Okay. We'll give you 5 more minutes till 25, 3:25. Okay, 5 more minutes. In case anyone is done before that, please type done, and then I will know whoever is done. Okay. All right, are we done? Those of you who are done, can you please type a done in the chat box? Okay, Amit, I'm going to ask individually now. Amit, how much more time do you need?
Like 5 or 6 minutes, I'm not able to get 15.
Not able to hear you.
Sir, not able to get 15, just getting stuck at 10 or 11. Just,
I'm sorry, I didn't
sir,
understand.
just give me 5 minutes, sir. Only
You need
I'm
5
stuck
more
with the
minutes.
10.
You need 5 more minutes, you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about Shebin? Shebin? Jai Harish, Ashin, Amin, Hafida, can you please tell me, Diljit, can you please tell me how much more time you need? Okay, the Hafida is done. Who else is done? Jai Harish, are you done? Jai Harish, can you unmute yourself?
Sir, I only get 12 things.
Sorry?
12 things.
Okay, so how much more
It's
time
enough.
do you need? Yeah, that's enough. 10 to 15 is enough.
Okay.
Don't worry
I
about it.
only,
Yeah, if you're done with 10 to 15, it is enough.
yes, sir, done.
Can you please type done? If you are done, please type done in the chat box. Okay, 10 to 15 items is enough. Okay. Done, please type a done in the chat box. Okay. Jai Harish is also done. Diljit. Diljit, are you done? Hey, you guys need to answer, right? I mean, if I'm asking you a question, you should unmute yourself and answer. There's just no communication. Amin, are you done?
Not yet, sir, not yet. I'm
How many
still
have you
finding. I
done?
have only got 9.
9? Okay, fair enough. Leave it at 9. You're done. Just type it done in the chat box.
Okay.
Just type it done. In the meantime, when you're presenting, if others are presenting, if you get some ideas, you can type. Okay, done. Okay, Shebin, you just type it done. Shebin, are you done? Shebin, how many have you got? I mean, you need to type it done. Yeah. Shebin, how many have you got? Okay, no response. Amit, how many have you got? Amit, I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir, 10.
10, you're done. Please type it done in the chat box. Please type it done in the chat box. Ashin, how many are you done with? Ashin, how many are you done with? Okay, if I don't see it done, that means you don't have, you've not, done even 5. Okay, so I see only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people have typed done in the chat box, which means only those have done. Okay, there's Ashin also, he's saying he's done. Okay, fine. Let's go in that sequence then. Hafida, all right. Hafida, can you, so since you're the first one who has said you're done, I want you to unmute yourself. And if you can present, you can share your screen. Can you share your screen? Hafida, can you unmute yourself?
No, sir, I have written in notebook.
Okay, fair enough. But next time onwards, all of you, it's, it will be better if you have access to some way of presenting. Okay, because it's much better. We can see and, others can comment on it. But now you'll only speak and we'll have to remember what you're saying. Okay, so Hafid, okay, fine. If I ask you to type in the chat box, it's going to take ages. Hafida, can you now present? Can you first list out the items that you have listed and some of the assumptions that you have made? And then you need to also tell me the priority, the sequence of the priority, which is the most important, second most important, third most important, and the reason behind that. Okay?
Okay, sir. In my list, I got, I prioritized water in the first position.
Okay.
Because if we are trapped in an office or we are staying in the
Hafida,
office.
sorry. Let me interrupt you. Just give me the sequence of the priority list. I don't want you to give the reason. Just give me the sequence of the priority list. Okay. And others, you have to listen to what Hafida is saying. Okay. You have to listen to what everybody else is speaking when they present their list of priority list. And in the end, after each one of you has done that presentation, I will leave the forum open for you all to discuss amongst yourselves and come up with a combined list of prioritized items. combined list of prioritized items. So that will be for about 10 minutes or so. Okay. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. Good. Hafida, can you go ahead now? Don't give me the reasons. I just want you to list your list of priority items.
Water, first aid kit, mobile phone, documents, charger, laptop.
What document? Sorry.
Documents like Aadhaar and important certificates,
Okay. Next.
charger, laptop, money, wallet, ATM card, sanitary napkin, power bank, essential snacks, and dress or blanket, something like that, lamp, candle, then lighter or knife.
Okay. Okay, good. So one round of applause for Hafida because she has answered her list of 15. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, Hafida is done. Who was the first one? Okay, Jay Harish, can you give me your list?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
First, we need self-confidence. We will survive the pandemic situation.
Okay, okay.
Then
Go ahead.
water, food, internet service, communicating gadgets, charging plug, current, washroom, blueprint of the building or the office.
Okay.
Torch, generator. If the current goes, we need a generator to generate the office. That's also.
All right, good. Who will go next? Another round of applause for you as well. Okay. Jay Harish is done. Who will go next? Amin.
Sir, first I have thought about the water, then packaged foods or anything like that, and power bank, candles, and flashlight, first aid kit, toolkits. Toolkits means like a hammer, pliers, and wrench, things like that, and whistle. You know that whistle we use for like if you're trapped up somewhere means to blow it and gather attention, and mask, like dust mask, and tables and chairs, necessary tools like something like a knife or blade or something like that, and a small map of the building itself. That's all.
Okay, good. Another round of applause for Amin as well. Who will go next after Amin? Amit, what's your list?
Yes, sir. So food supplements, which is packed food and water, mobile, important documents, first aid kit, flyers. That's most important, and prioritize power bank, cash, flashlight, clothes, generator, and a pocket knife, or important tools for breaking or like tearing anything. That's my list, sir.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you, Amit. Who will go next? Acha, meanwhile, okay, fine. I'll announce that later on. Next, Ashim. Ashim, your list.
Okay, sir. Sir, we need food, water, washroom facilities, better mobile range, and power backup, and medical equipments like that, chargers, etc.
Okay. Ashin is done. Shebin.
Water and food, mobile, power supply, medical kit, most important files, and employees, computers, and ambience like my office is ambience like a home. I want to create employees to confidence and get more works at that situation also, and go business very good for firm.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Is anybody left? If nobody is left, then we're done with everyone's list. What I want you to do, there is a reason because you're not able to present. I want you to type your lists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in one chat. Don't type in bits and pieces. Please type your list of items in one chat and send it in the group to everybody, because I want you to compare in the end. Can you all type your list? I will give you 5 minutes for this. You all have already listed your items. Please type it in the chat box in one chat, each one of you. Like for example, Amit's list is A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever number of items. You need to put it all in one chat and then send it in the chat box. Can you please do that, Amit? And all the rest of you, Hafida, you also. In the order of priority. In the order of priority. Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please type it and send it. You can reduce the words. You don't have to explain it and all that. Just write maybe mobile, torch, or whatever. Just one word or two words for each of those items. And then quickly type your list and send it in the chat box quickly in the next 5 minutes. Maximum 5 minutes. Quickly. Okay, can I get your lists, please, in the chat box? Okay, Hafida has typed. What about the others? Jay Harish, okay. Please also mention 1, 2, 3, 4. No, don't put commas. I just want it in that sequence. Like Hafida has written, please type it like that. It's easy to read. First of all, you don't have any presentation tool, so I'm trying to make the best of whatever we have. So please type it in that sequence and put the list, the number also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jaharish, if you just want to retype it, maybe cut paste and put it in that sequence with numbers, I'll appreciate that. All of you, please quickly. It shouldn't take you so long to type your list. Quick, another 1 minute. Okay, Hafida, Amit. Okay, Amin. Jaharish. Jaharish, you need to put the list in proper sequence like all the others have sent. I have Hafida, I have Amit. Amin is there. Shebin, you've not typed yet. And Ashin, you have not typed your list. What is the reason? Amin. Okay, no problem, Jaharish. Please retype it. What about Ashin and Shebin? Do I need to keep prompting you? Ashin, okay. Okay, even if it's a small list, it's okay, but I just want your list, whatever you've done. Okay, Shebin, you did mention something, right? Okay, now the reason why, okay, Jay Harish, you also have to type your list here properly, put it in that sequence. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want you to have this as a reference later on. Okay, each one of you have given a list of items individually. If you were to solve this problem individually, right, when you were asked, when you individually you did this attempt at this problem, you came up with your list of prioritized items. Now what I want you to do is, all of you, you can unmute yourself whenever you want to speak, but you all are a team. Okay, Amin, Shebin, Amit, Ashin, Hafida,
Hello,
and
sir.
Jahari. Yes, Jaharish.
It's not able to send like row wise.
Oh, you need to, okay, so Jaharish, what you need to do is, when you type one dot self-confidence, you need to press shift and then press enter. Okay, and then it will go to the next line, and then you can type two dot whatever item. Then
No,
you
sir, I am typing in the phone.
so in the phone also it's possible, no? Okay, forget it. Anyway, I have your list, no? All the others are have also done. You can figure that out later on for the next time. Right now, you can forget about, I have your list anyway. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, okay, forget it, Jaharish, we have your list. Let's not worry about that. Now, individually, you see each one of you, if you were given this problem, you solved it somewhat differently. There are similarities, at the same time there were differences also. Okay, now what I want you to do is, all of you as a team, I want you to discuss amongst yourself, and I want you to argue with each other. I want you to argue with each other and discuss and debate amongst each other, and argue in the sense in a positive way. You don't have to fight. I want you to discuss amongst each other and come up with a combined list, prioritized list of whatever number of items, 10 to 15 items, okay, or maybe list of 7 items. You need to speak, is supposing Amin is saying number one product priority is, let's say, food, and Hafida is saying no, number one priority is water. So you need to discuss, why is it water is more important or food is more important, right? So you need to discuss amongst yourselves, and then you all need to agree and come up with one list of minimum 7 items. Okay, you can go on. So you have about 10 to 15 minutes to discuss those. So you are going to discuss, I'm going to just witness. I'm not here, you can't ask me questions. You have to debate and discuss amongst yourselves. You have to give reasons for your point. If you feel something is more important, you have to tell why that is more important, and come up with a combined list. And the combined list, one of you can be the leader for this team, and you can make a list in your notebook and finally type the combined list for me to see. Okay, so who will be the leader? Hafida, will you be the leader? Can you take the leadership?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Hafida is the leader. For note, leader in the sense she is going to type the list. All of you have equal rights to discuss. Okay, so for the next 15 minutes, it's 3:45 till 4 o'clock. I want to see how you discuss and how you reason out. Okay, it's a very simple discussion. There's nothing technical about it. There is no technology involved, right? You can unmute, you can talk, And if you're not talking, then you can mute yourself. But when you're talking, you can unmute yourself. And let's see how you discuss. Okay. All right, go ahead. Next 15 minutes is yours.
I think first priority list should be water itself.
Yeah, I agree that what is important.
Okay, one more word of this thing. If nobody speaks, okay, if nobody speaks and if you don't argue and discuss amongst yourselves, whoever is the leader, Hafida is going to make her list. She's made a list of all those 15 items, okay? So, and your list might be different from her list. So if she is only going, if the 15 minutes you're not going to discuss and you're going to keep quiet, we will assume that is the best list. Hafida's is the best list, and your list was not as good as that. Okay, so I'm just trying to encourage you to discuss. Okay, if you think your point is much more important, you need to argue and give a reasoning for that. Okay, so go ahead. If you keep quiet, we'll assume you're okay with, okay, my list was not as good, that list is better. Okay, I couldn't think so well. So, okay, go ahead.
Second thing is food.
I think more than that, we should have a first aid kit. We can survive with water also.
No, if you are trapped more than 6 or 7 days, what you can do with only water?
We can
You
either
are not being a healthy person. You can't do any work at there or anything.
But what without medicine, first aid kit?
If you are trapped, you are not a fever person or unhealthy. Any others?
I agree that second priority is for food itself only.
Yeah, okay, good. The third thing is medical kit or first aid.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Then 4 should be mobile phone or documents.
Without power supply, what you can do with mobile phone? The fourth thing is power supply, I think.
That's why we have a power bank.
What?
Power bank can be used to charge the phone, right? So
Yes.
either way, using mobile phone is much more important.
Mobile phone should be in the 4th priority.
No, you are trapped in a flood or like anything. In flood, you think that in flood time there is no any power supply in out from the government. We want any power banks like generators, anything. For I think fourth things is we need any type of power supply like power bank.
For a company, if a company is being built, they should be having a kind of power supply. Like the power, electricity should be stored in a place where if the company run out of power, if the company is not having power, there will be enough power supply for working the entire company. So instead of carrying power banks, it's like if you use mobile phones and if you are trapped in like in 8th or 7th floor, if you want to contact the guards, we want to have the mobile phone. If you're having only power supply, how are you going to call or connect them? If you are in loudly speaking like, hey, hello, help us, you will not be heard in the 8th or 7th floor. So if you're having a mobile phone, at least you can contact them. So if the company is having a power supply, so you should be able to charge the phone. So I think the mobile phone should be the 4th priority list.
Yeah, okay. I understand. Mobile phone
And next should be our important documents.
What's the use of important documents if there is
Instead of
no one with
documents,
us?
it's like flyers or flashlights. If we are trapped in 8th floor or any floor is thing, if it's dark and the security is coming to get us, if you're having a flashlight, we can at least show the light to them or use flyers. plus the red light that can go up to the building. So at least they'll know that we are trapped in here.
Fifth priority is and next should be our ATM card, wallet, or money like that.
Actually, we don't need money and ATM wallet also, right? If you're
We are
trapped
trapped
in a
inside the
company,
building, so we need no need of ATM card.
yeah, no
What?
need
No
of ATM
use of
card and
that.
cash also.
What is the use of that with ATM card? You are stuck inside a office. How can you use
You
that?
can't even go out. Where will you go and use the ATM card or the cash?
We
Our
need a
office.
blueprint of the building for we can see the ways we can escape easily. How can we escape from the building?
I agree with the blueprint. I mean, small map of the building. It will be useful for us to find out the exit and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. You can continue, but I hope the priority list, the finalized list, Hafida, you're making a note of it in your notebook, and finally you will all agree to that, and then you can type it in the chat box. Okay, so you're discussing, which is very good, but I want you to make a list. That list also, whatever you're agreeing, you should put it in that sequence separately. Hafida, all right. So you have taken that responsibility. All right,
Okay.
continue.
Then next should be torch or light, something like that.
Okay, that's
What
our
is the
fourth or fifth. I have told about the flyers or flashlight that's been used as a security purpose, or like showing others like we are trapped here. For instead of making seventh, it's like fourth or fifth priority of our list.
okay. Then we should have next lighter or something pocket tools. What if the every light will go and the only thing we will have is the candle? Then we should need a lighter or something like that, or we need a hammer or plier or a knife to escape in emergency case.
You mean toolkits?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that.
Then what about the charger? Charger and important documents.
Documents is not necessary. For what do you need documents? If you're trapped in a building alone itself, means what's the use of documents there?
If we escape in any way, we should have our documents in our hand. Do you remember the flood in our Kerala? During those times, we should have our documents in our hand, at least our Aadhaar or any important documents or some documents like that.
Sir said that this
This
is
is
not
past
that
that
big of
how
a
to
thing, right?
escape from here, not after that.
Exactly. We are inside a building. After
Building.
that, when we
We
get
want to
outside, we can go and reunite with our family or whoever we want.
What if the building fully damaged? We will lose all the documents.
he asked how we
Using
can
the
survive.
Excuse me, like how are we supposed to get our documents in the building? Like we will be carrying each our all the important documents all time with us.
You're meaning by Aadhaar card or something like that, it's acceptable because we use
Yeah,
it all times and we.
Aadhaar and that type documents.
That is always with us. No, there is no use of
We have to carry. What if
to
we forget that? We are in an office. We are sitting in an office. So we may put that in our shelf or anywhere else. If in the emergency case, we have to carry it in our hand. That's why I told important documents and wallet.
Now we can save that documents in the DigiLocker. Easily in our phone, we can save the documents, all the documents.
All the
No
important
need of,
documents are being saved in hard disk or in any computing,
yeah,
like in
there
the
is DigiLocker.
computer. It will not be crashed, or if you lost our documents, we will not be having the hard copy. We'll be having the digital copy of every original certificates or any documents.
Still, for a safety, we have to carry that.
Now we want to do how can we survive this pandemic, not after that.
Then what should be the 8th priority?
Sir only told 7 priorities to take.
Hey, we can use
That will
medicine
list out
equipments like some. It's a priority.
We should keep sanitary napkin as well. There will be so many girls or women in the office. So we should carry, or we should buy, or we should save a sanitary napkin there.
Oi. After can
So
you
with
list
the
out
common things here.
Don't you think
Not-
is this is not important? Sanitary napkin is important as well as this, bro.
Amit, what's your opinion?
It can neither disagree or agree the statements. Like it's one of important things. So can you please tell me like what are the important items that we are right now, like the top priority from starting onwards?
Yeah. Water, food, first aid kit, mobile phone, torch, candle players, like that. Small map of the building.
There is only 5 lists, right? 5 of 10.
7. He told to 7. Make it 7.
7. This is 7.
So now we have made like around 7 important accessory things that we should carry, right? 7. Is it right, Hafida?
Yeah.
Can you explain
You
me
add
once
a
more?
few more.
Read
Can
out
you
the
make
list.
it up to 10?
Sure, sir. We should increase the things. We have to add many items.
Yeah, I mean, you already have a list of 15. Hafida has already a list of 15. So, and all the others also have a few others. So you can pick from those and you can prioritize whatever. You can at least have a list of 10 items.
I have written a sanitary napkin in the 8th position. Is it okay for all? I think the silence is okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you're good to assume, and then you can go to the next one. You can go to the next item, 8th item, 9th item, 10th item. Please go ahead.
Generator.
What about the maps? You know,
I
Maps.
like
They told no
blueprints of the
blueprint.
building.
Already written.
Blueprint is written.
Yeah. We need a generator. If the current offs, we need current supply.
But you know, what if a flood comes? You know, the lower layer of the, I mean, like the lower ground floor of the building will completely be soaked and
No, he told outside the
completely.
building, not inside the building. He told outside the building you have a flood or something, not inside.
What if a flood comes? It's quite natural, right? You know that recently another flood came and the ground floor of the Wipro company was completely filled with water. What about that?
We can get the generator in the top floor also, no?
Okay, valid point.
Yeah. Why should we want to keep the down floor? We can also keep the generator in the top floor also.
That means power bank and other generator in the 9th priority.
Not bank, is generator.
Okay.
If we want to charge the power bank also, we need generator.
And what about washroom facilities?
Washroom facilities will be already provided there.
Washroom facility will be
Yeah.
already in the company itself, or like it will be attached to the office itself.
Yeah.
So
So no need of extra.
What about self-confidence? I think that should be the last priority.
No, I think it should be first. If there is no food or no water, nothing else, we need a self-confidence with us. We want to.
If we are together,
self-confidence.
if
we
you're
will
not
have
having food, water,
self-confidence.
or anything with self-confidence, you can drink the
No.
self-confidence or
I'm
eat the
not saying like
self-confidence
that.
and survive
I'm
the
not saying
natural
like that.
calamity.
I will say, if we don't have that, we need self-confidence. We will survive without these things for some days. So I told it want to be a in first few things priorities.
Self-confidence can be built if all are together. If we are together, we will automatically have self-confidence. So is that important to write in this list?
No, that we can't say. If we all are together, we
Legally
can't say we
speaking,
have
she is right.
self-confidence. If only one person have self-confidence, then only we can manage
If
the
one has
situation.
self-confidence, we can adjust with all. The one who have confidence can encourage others also to survive. So
Yeah.
leadership and confidence, I think it is not listed in this list. In this list, we have to write the important things we have to carry or we keep in our hands.
Yeah. This also we want to carry self-confidence. Also we want to carry with us only. If without self-confidence, we can't survive that pandemic or situation, anything.
So self-confidence should be in the first position, but we are not writing self-confidence in this list. So we have to write other things in this list.
We can
What?
also write in the 6th or 7th position also we can write it.
If a person is not having any kind of self-confidence, right? If they're facing like, hey, not going to survive for 3 or 4 days,
Yeah.
I'm going to. If a person is thinking like that, he will naturally be inbuilt. If a person is not having a brain, brave or not having any kind of self-confidence, he will surely build it because he know that if I don't do anything, he's going to die or he's going to stay there and for the rest of the days and die there. So for that alone or without anything, so the person will inbuildly build his own self-confidence. So there's no need of like carrying self-confidence to the person. If not person is not having the self-confidence also at that moment or at that time, he's going to make the self-confidence by himself to face the challenge or to face the problems.
Then in which position should we have confidence in this priority list? Do we have to write it?
I think so. We
Here we need to
need to write
carry
it,
things
but
or
no need of a
I think
specific
so.
position or something like
We
that.
want to add
needed
it.
to for
We
our
want to add it.
survival. So we need to
Anyone?
take the things that should be needed for our survival. Self-confidence is a thing that we should carry for the survival due to this natural calamity that 6, 7 members is trapped in the building. So is this a thing that we should carry?
So you are saying Amit, what do you mean? Should I have to write or not?
Yes, you have to write that. That's what the
Yeah,
three of us.
my opinion is to write, point out the Self-confidence in the list.
We should write it, but I think it's no. We can write it if no other things is there. We can write.
Then what about the dress or something like that? If you are staying so many days, we should have at least a blanket.
But when you are going to an office, we can't take blanket and go. We can't go like that.
We can buy that, yeah. There will be store in our office.
In office.
In office, how can there be a store?
Take the tablecloth from the table or computer stand and wear it, so it will be easy.
No need of that.
Blanket is not necessary. We can use some other clothes. There will be inside the
Yeah.
office itself.
At least a dress.
That's
You know,
it.
we
That you are
won't be
putting.
having
No, that's
facilities for
one.
bath in the office.
We are daily go to the office to work. We are not going for a picnic to take extra dress daily to the office.
We have to buy that, yeah. When we are staying there, we will buy anything, or someone will come
It's
and help us.
unexpected. We don't know if it will come or
And we
not.
can't take you
It's not
take the makeup set,
expected
all the things you need.
So what
Okay,
should be
how
in
much
the
more time? Have you got your list of? I'm hearing a lot of discussion, but how many have you made already?
10, sir.
You've already done 10?
Yeah, already 10.
Okay, you want to add a few more, or are you done? Are you happy with the 10?
I think it is better to add 2 more.
Okay, if you're all okay, you can add a few more, but take another 2 or 3 minutes maximum. And after that, Hafida, you read out the list to everybody. They should all agree with that. And then you can type that list in the chat box and share it with me. You share it with everyone. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue for another 2-3 minutes.
What about the charger and the power bank?
You are having generator means what is the necessary use of charger? I think so. Charger is already there in the list, right?
No, it is not in the list. Then I am adding charger with mobile phone.
If you want to charge, you need a charger plug, no?
Yeah, it
Then
will be
charger
better.
plug is important than charger.
It's already there in the office, right? Where do you
It's
think the
already in
computers
the
will be
office,
plugged in?
but charger will be not there. What about the computer?
Add charger. Add charger.
I am adding charger just below the mobile phone, okay?
Okay, time up now. You should
Okay, sir.
start making your list, finalizing your list.
I will share, sir.
You can read out the list to the team and then they should all agree, and then you should type that in the chat
First one,
box.
self-confidence, water, food, first aid kit, mobile phone, charger, torch, candle, pliers, small map of the building, toolkit, sanitary napkin, generator. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Agreed.
Agreed. Possible.
All right. So go ahead and type that in the chat box, Hafida. I think everybody has agreed. Okay, while Hafida is typing, now what I want you to do is, okay, keep your hands raised. Diljit has somehow stopped raising his hand for whatever reason. You should continue raising your hand. He didn't even participate in the discussion, I believe. Anyway, so what I want you to do now is While she's typing this in the next 1 or 2 minutes, quickly, Hafida, just because we have some things also to cover. I need to cover a few. I'm going to present something. How was your experience? Can you share your experiences? Amin, Shebin, Ashin, Amit, and Jayharish. What did you experience as part of, how did you like this entire exercise, this activity?
That's like we felt like we be
I
working as
think
a
your
team.
speaker is not clear. I can't hear you.
So by this exercise or by this method, we feel like we be a part of teams, like a team coordination.
Team coordination, okay.
Yeah, so discussing ourselves and taking important things, which important decisions. That's going to be very important. So team coordination has improved by this, and I think we have experienced a lot of team confidence or team. That's like mainly like team confidence.
Okay, good. Amit, can you type team confidence, your point in the chat box, and then the next person can go. What was your learning, Ashin and others, whoever was speaking? Amit, if you're done, who else wants to speak next? You anyway have to speak. There are just a handful of us. I want some participation. What did you learn, or how did you feel going through this experience? What was your experience of doing this exercise, this activity? Amin, Shebin. Amin, can you go ahead next?
Sir, I think so.
Yeah, Shebin, go ahead. Your voice is not audible. Please go ahead and speak.
Yeah, I feel like I am the CEO of my company and handling my company in pandemic situation in office.
So, no, so what was the learning from this experience?
Yeah, how to handle a pandemic situation in a office.
Okay, how to handle. Can you type that in your chat box? Amin, can you respond now? Thank you, Shebin. Amin.
Sir, I also think that team coordination was a very good thing in this discussion. And along with that, we had planning about what we should need and how we should experience what to do in a pandemic, especially in offices. These things are.
Anything else?
Sorry, sir.
Anything else?
So far, nothing, sir. That's all.
Okay. Can you also type whatever is your learning realization? Please type it in the chat box.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, Shebin, you need to type as well. Ashin, please go ahead. And after Ashin, we'll have Jayharish and then we'll have Hafida. Once she's typed that entire, Hafida has typed the list. Okay, Ashin, can you go ahead? Jayharish, can you go ahead next? Quickly. Why do I have to prompt you so often? Please speak, please speak, please speak. Just unmute yourself and speak. Yeah, Jayharish, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have learned how to survive a pandemic situation or
something more. Pandemic situation was just an example. What did you learn as part of this?
I learned the coordination of the team members.
Okay.
And sometimes they will occupy our opinions. Sometimes they won't.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah.
So we want to be cooperate also. We want to tell our opinions. If that correct, they will take as a priority.
Correct. So how to reason, give reasoning, how to give reason for your points, right? Reasoning is important, right?
Yeah, reasoning. Yeah, yes.
Prioritizing, evaluation, that is important, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you type that in your chat box, your realizations? Ashin, I want you to go next, and after that,
okay, sir.
After that, Hafida. Ashin is not speaking for some reason. Hafida, can you go next quickly? What was your learning from this exercise?
Sir, importance of others and others' opinion has the major role in teamwork and team coordination and the decision of anything and final evaluation of all that.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So can you also type that in the chat box? Okay. Now tell me one thing. I have one question to all of you. Now Hafida has given the final list. First is self-confidence, then water, then food, then first aid kit, then mobile phone, charger, blah, blah, blah. Like that, she has listed 11 items. Is this list as a group, you all combined and argued and discussed and came up with this list of 11. But this list is somewhat different from the list that you made individually. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
Why
definitely.
is this list different from this combined list? Why is this list different from your combined list?
Because we, we were discussing about these all these things with our teammates, and everybody will not be having the same opinion as us. So whatever their opinion is,
Wonderful,
we just
wonderful.
agree with that.
Everybody will not have the same opinion as yours. Okay, so, but then you agreed, finally, you are also agreeing to this final list, no? How is
Yes,
this
sir.
list different? Why is this list different from
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear that. Can you repeat that once more?
yeah, why,
So,
why is this list different from your individual list? You're also agreeing to this final list, right? So how come you agreed to this list?
Because the way we think are different, and when we are discussing, it may have other options or other easy methods to save that also. By that, we are satisfied with this list. Like
Absolutely.
we are saying about documents or anything, they are saying it will be easy if it is kept in the DigiLocker. We can have it from that, like that.
So you might change your opinion once you discuss with the others, and therefore you might agree to a newer list, or you might also compromise. Sometimes you might compromise, okay, because some of the others are saying, let me compromise on one point, right? So there are different reasons why the combined list might be different from the individual list. Okay, so now I will bring up another topic, the main topic of I wanted you to do this exercise to realize this. But tell me one thing, did you enjoy doing this exercise? Was it nice? Was it fun? Did you love doing
Yes,
this
sir.
exercise? If you
Yes,
liked
sir.
it,
Yes, sir. Of course.
I enjoyed. If you liked it, just type I enjoyed in the chat box. Not yes, I want you to type I enjoyed. Okay, good. Only Hafida enjoyed. Asin, okay. Okay. Amit, okay, great, wonderful. All right. Jai Harish and Anil. Great. Now, tell me, what does this have to do with artificial intelligence? We're all here, we all wanted to learn artificial intelligence and digital topics and all of that. So tell me, what does this exercise has to do with artificial intelligence? Any thoughts, any ideas?
So I think that we will be having different opinions, or will not be as strong as the opinion we say. If the artificial have the brain or the thinking capability of like 100 or 200 people's thinking power, the IQ of the AI is very high. So the AI will be giving a final answer without getting any errors. So I think so. The AI will be giving us answers which is very accurate, 100% accurate. That is very reliable for us.
So you are saying with artificial intelligence, you are saying we will be able to get better results. This we are doing as human beings, but with an artificial intelligence kind of thing, we'll be able to do a better result. Is that what your understanding is, Amit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fair enough. All right, anybody else? What is the relevance of artificial intelligence and the topic with all that we have done this exercise?
Sir, I think there is absolutely nothing common in these two things.
So Amin is saying there is absolutely nothing common in, it has nothing to do with artificial intelligence. Okay. What about others? Jai Harish, you wanted to speak?
Not nothing. Artificial intelligence is important, but somebody know how to use or what is the useful of that.
Okay. Okay. You're getting closer. You're getting closer. Jay Harish, you wanted to speak? So, okay. So without much, yeah, Jay Harish, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm thinking we can't give the all the opinions we have with us. We can't do all the opinions we have with the artificial intelligence.
Okay. Fine, thank you. So what I wanted you to appreciate is like you, what did I say? My sessions, these sessions are going to help you apply your knowledge and see what is the relevance and how you can apply this in the business scenarios and what is the process of application and all of that, right? So Amit was trying to see how artificial intelligence can actually solve this problem. No, so that was not the intent. And Amin said there is no relevance. Then Shebin said something which was a little closer to what I was expecting you or what I was hoping that you will understand, right? So the point here is all these technologies, tools that you have, artificial intelligence or new age technologies like automation, cybersecurity, and all of these things, what are they actually doing? What are they? Why have they been invented? Or why have they been produced? What is the reason behind those? What are they trying to do? They're trying to solve some existing problem, which by applying those technologies, the solution will become much easier and we'll get a solution to the problems, right? Agreed? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Artificial intelligence or any other technologies and all of those things are basically primarily for helping us come up with some solutions to existing business problems and so on and so forth, right? So is that clear? Is that understandable? If that is understandable, I will proceed further. Okay, so now do you see some relevance between artificial intelligence, not just artificial intelligence, but any of the technologies and what you were trying to do? So what were you trying to do today? You were trying to solve, as part of this exercise, you were trying to solve, you were put in a problem situation, right? There is a problem situation and you're trying to solve a problem. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to use technologies and all of that to solve this problem. But what I'm trying to say is, I want you to appreciate the process of problem solving, right? The process of problem solving, the approach to solve a problem. And then when a relevant situation comes, you can actually use that for any of the tools that you're talking about, like artificial intelligence or all of those kind of things. So the fundamental concept that I want you to understand is the concept of problem solving, business problem solving. This situation was very realistic. It was more like our problems in the human space. But this, what I'm going to talk to you, I mean, what we are going to gradually arrive at is business problem solving, right? You're able to appreciate that? Did you understand? Any thoughts? Can you share your thoughts? Are you all with me? Are you with me or not with me? Are you able to hear me? You with me? Okay, it's been quite a while. It's like 4:24. Do you all want a 2 to 3 minute, 5-minute break, maybe a bio break or something like that? You just want to refresh and come back. We'll spend another half an hour and then we'll learn one new concept. Do you want a break? Yes or no? Say yes if you want to have a break. Otherwise, we'll continue. So Jay Harish is saying no. What about others? Anyone wants a break? Hafida, you want a break? Okay, anyone wants a break for 5 minutes? Amit. Amit, are you there? Shebin, Ashin. Amin, are you there? Okay, nobody wants a break. Fine, great. So we'll continue with this. Okay. Now, let me share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. All right. Yeah. Okay, while I'm sharing my screen, I'm going to, so I want you to also start thinking about another quick exercise which I will be giving you. Think of fashion retail. You all are purchasing clothes. How many of you purchase clothes online? Do you use any online app to purchase clothes? Anyone purchases clothes or anyone purchases anything, maybe groceries, anything online? Who purchases? Can you just type I do or something like that in the chat box? Can I get responses? Jay Harish is saying yes. Okay. So I want you to think of application of the new digital technologies like artificial intelligence and all of that in that particular space, in retail space. Okay, start making your list of some application. How do you think that, or any new technologies that have been used in the retail industry, like maybe purchasing clothes or maybe purchasing groceries? Make a list of those 4 or 5 ideas that have been used in digital, using digital technologies in that industry. Okay, and we'll talk about that shortly. So let me pull up my screen and I'll share that with you in a bit. All right, so have you all made a list of your things? I'm assuming you did. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So I think we'll cover some of these topics in the next session, but yeah, so, okay, you're able to see my screen, right? All right. Let me know if there is any issue and if you're not able to see my screen. All right. Continue to keep your hands raised so that I can see you all, okay? All right, so we talked about problem solving, okay? So when we're talking about digital technologies like artificial intelligence is a technology that has come up as part of the digital economy today, right? And in the digital environment today, we have these technologies like we have and solutions and technologies and new inventions, like you have the automation solutions, you have cyber security, you have data science, you have big data, you talk about a lot of those things, right? Those are all nothing but new technologies and solutions that have come, they're used to solve some kind of a problem, right? A business problem. So it is very important for you to understand the problem solving approach. Okay, and I wanted you to get a flavor of that from a real life experience, real life situation, not an experience, sorry, but a situation which sometimes we hear in the news and all of that. And I wanted you to go through a exercise, right? So that was the reason we did this exercise, so that you can get your mindset tuned to problem solving for the upcoming sessions. All right. So what is problem solving? Problem solving is your competence, your competence to essentially dissect problems. What do you mean by dissect? To break that problem into small pieces and understand the problem closely and come up with effective and efficient solutions to solve them. So that is problem solving, right? And next, why is it important? Why is problem solving important? It is the foundation. The ability to solve problems is the foundation for a business management and a consulting mindset. If you want to be a business management professional, you want to be in fact, for any professional in that sense, if you want to be a good professional, a business management professional in your organization, it is very important for you to have a problem solving acumen and mindset, right? Because that ability will help you discover, diagnose, and deliver in your projects, and solve problems for the organization or for the client of the organization, right? And how do you do that? How do you solve problems? There are different methods, there are different approaches for problem solving, and it could involve conceptual tools. You can have analytical tools, you can have creative and quantitative thinking tools to solve problems. So in this simple scenario which we took, I mean, as a hypothetical situation of this office situation we took, that was a problem, right? It was a problem. You all sat together and dissected the problem and understood the problem, and you wanted to come up with a solution for coming up with a list of top 10 items that you will need in order to survive in that situation. Now, in this situation also, you used some tools to come up with the list of solutions. What were those tools? A very simple tool you used without knowing. Inadvertently, you used it without your conscious, thinking. What were those tools? Can you take a guess? Are you there with me? Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what were those tools? So for example, when you wanted to decide on the list of priority, the priority list, right? The list of prioritized items. How did you decide? How did you decide the priority list when you were there in a group? Or when you were there individually, of course, it was just your preference. But when you were there in a group, for example, there were one or two situations where, there was some disagreement. No, this is better. This is important. This is more important. This is not so important. How did you decide finally, okay, so let's go with this? You used a very simple tool, a tool of voting, right? You kind of, I mean, very, very inadvertently, without your knowledge, you used it. Like she was asking, so should we do this? Then she asked one or two, then three people said yes. Then you said, okay, majority is saying this, so let's put this in the list of priority. And that's how you kind of agreed to. It was a simple tool in this situation, but otherwise you used it. Yes or no? Can I get an answer? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, great. So now let's look at problem solving. Okay, what is problem solving? So let's say we are having a lot of tools, right? A lot of technologies and tools, digital technologies and all of that. So what is problem solving? It is basically looking at different options of solving the problem. Option 1, option 2, option 3, and then you apply something called as a criteria for selecting the options. You apply the criteria for selecting options. Let's take another example. Let's say you're purchasing a television, All right, supposing you're purchasing a television. Okay, television set in your house has gone old or whatever, and you're purchasing a television. What are the options you have for purchasing television? You can buy Samsung, you can buy Sony, you can buy this, LG, or so many others, or maybe you can buy a second-hand model of someone else or something. There are so many options. Correct? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the criteria you will apply for selecting what option you want to select? What is the criteria for purchasing the television set? So the problem is we need our old television has broken. We want a new television set. Okay, and then you have several options. So what is the criteria you're going to apply to purchase television?
Budget and quality.
Sorry?
Budget and quality.
Absolutely. Budget will be the first. How much cost? Are you planning to buy a television worth 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs, right? You can have so many different types of televisions, but it depends on what is your budget, right? So budget will be your first criteria, first or whatever, right? And second is maybe the, what was the second point, Hafida?
Quality of the product.
Quality. Okay, fine, fair enough. Quality of the product. What are the other criteria that you will use for purchasing television? Maybe you want a particular size in your hall. You can only have maybe a small, so many inches television, although you want to buy a bigger screen, but your space, maybe you have a space constraint. You want to buy a smaller television, maybe you have a size constraint, correct? Right? And the third criteria could be, fourth criteria could be, maybe you want a smart television, you want to have internet connectivity, you should want, maybe you want features, different other features, maybe you want to, color quality of a different type. Yes? Correct? So there are so many criteria that you will apply for solving that problem, right? It's a very simple situation I'm giving you, but even in this, you can see there are so many, criteria, so many options. So what to speak of problems in the larger scenario, right? Where you're using artificial intelligence, cyber security, and, banking situations, your trading environments, your, retail business industries, situations. There will be so many different options and so many criteria that you will apply. And then you will also apply biases. Or rather, you will be conscious of the biases. What could be the biases? What do you mean by biases? Any idea? Any thoughts? What do you mean by biases? What is a bias? Any thoughts? Any ideas?
No, sir.
Bias means, okay, do you know what it means? What a bias means? What is a bias? Do you know the meaning of the word?
No.
Okay, but good. If you don't know, you should ask. Okay, bias means what is your, maybe there is no reason for that point. Bias is something which you don't have any reason. It is a whimsical fancy, or it is illogical maybe sometimes, right? So what are those kind of things? Supposing maybe you want to just buy a television because one of your favorite actors is endorsing it on the television. There is an ad given by the favorite actor, therefore I want to buy the TV. Right? That's not really a criteria, but it's a bias. I mean, your bias, maybe there is a better TV for your house, and maybe there is a better TV with more features and all of that. But just because a particular actor is liking it, just because of that, maybe you want to buy some other brand, right? So that's, I mean, that's something like a bias. Or maybe you have a preference for a particular color but then you're not looking at the other reasons of money and this and that and all of that. You just want to buy it because of the color. right? So those are biases, right? In offices also you will have biases. In school maybe you have in project teams, teams are selected because people might have a bias. I like this person, so therefore I will take him into my team or her into my team. So that's not objective. There is no objective reasoning behind that. Or there could be a gender bias, right? Some gents will like this, ladies will not like it. Those kind of situations, and it's a bias. It's not logical, but there is a bias towards choosing a certain option. It's always good to reduce the biases in problem solving, because then the solution will not be holistic. It will not be very fair, right? But nevertheless, the point is there will always be biases, and there will be some objective criteria that you will apply for solving problems. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, making sense? This is making sense, right? Okay. So based on applying certain criteria and also being cognizant, being aware of certain biases, you come up with a timely decision. You come up with a timely solution for the problem, right? You say, okay, I've applied the budget constraint, I've looked at the size of the television, I've looked at the color quality, this and that, blah, 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 certain criteria, and then you come up with a timely decision. So that is going to be the solution. The effectiveness of the solution will be in how well you have identified the various options, option 1, 2, 3, 4, and how well you have applied the criteria objectively, and how well you have removed the biases or mitigated the biases and come up with a proper solution for a problem situation. All right? Making sense? If it is making sense, I want a yes in the chat box. If it is making sense, I want a yes in the chat box. Okay. All right. All right. So now, since we are at 43, I just wanted to make sure that I leave you at a logical point, and then we can continue from here in the next, from that point on in the next session. But what I want you to do now is I want to give you an exercise, which will be like a take home, because we don't have time here. We will take it home and then we'll take it up the next time as well. Don't worry about it. So what I want you to do is, one second. All right. There are a few things which I want you to look at, but let's look at this situation. Okay, it's an industry situation. Okay, it's a case. It's an industry situation. Let us assume there is a leading retail company. Let's assume it's a retail company which is producing clothes for gents and ladies, and maybe kids as well. Okay, clothing, right? Clothing retail company, fashion retail company. And the problem they are facing is they are having disengaged customers with dipping loyalties, which means their customers are not getting more interested in their products and services. When they come to the store, right now they are only having a store, a brick and mortar store, although you're seeing a mobile app here. They are currently operating only in brick and mortar, or they're operating in physical stores. But they have a huge chain, and conversion rate is very low, because when they come to the store, people are not, if 100 people earlier, when 100 people used to come, 50 people used to buy. But now when 100 people come because of ads or something like that, maybe only 10 people are buying clothes. So their conversion rates are also reducing, and the customers are also not getting engaged. Now, given this problem, I want you to think, I want you to go home and think, and for the next session, come back with some points, all of you. How will this company solve this problem using some of the new age technologies, right? Using some of the new age technologies. What can they do to solve that problem? What can they analyze and understand to solve this problem? All right. So that is the exercise. So now I will leave it to you. I will open the floor for, if you have any questions regarding this assignment, please ask me. Otherwise, also, if you have any questions regarding this session or anything that you have in your mind, I am open to questions now. Because I don't want to continue this topic beyond a certain, because I want to see first how well you're understanding. And if you have any questions, I want to address that and then I want to proceed further. Okay, I'm leaving it open for any questions now. Who has any questions? Either regarding the assignment, take home exercise, or you can also ask me questions about all that we discussed today and the relevance of it. All right, any questions? Open for discussion now. This is your opportunity to ask questions. After this, again, it will be again after a certain while. Okay, so I'm open to any questions. Who wants to go first? If you have anything to share, I'm also more than happy to hear what you have to share. Your insights, your reflections, your thoughts, your realization from this session, whatever it is, right? I'll be also happy to hear that. In fact, I'll be very happy to hear that. Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes. Hafida, Amit, Jai Harish. Suddenly you all become very shy. Okay, Amit, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So we are studying AI. For us, we are studying AI. So how AI we can apply our career AI as a career, or how we can AI choose AI as a career, or how we can apply it in the field.
Okay, can I? It was your voice was very feeble, and since it is the last few minutes, can I ask you to put on your videos and speak, please, so that we can have more interaction. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So how can we put AI in the field or choose AI as a career? Like in IT field, how are we going to implement AI, or how we are going to work as a AI artificial intelligence person who is going to develop AIs? So how is AI in the field in industry? How AI is working in the industry?
Okay, so first of all, how AI is applicable in the industry. Before that, you will need to tell me, do you really understand everything about AI? How much do you know about AI? First, you need to know what AI is. Do you have any idea about artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir. For some I know about AI. Like AI is used in many companies to make their work easier. To difficult task, it makes them help to make serious decisions or to make the task more easier.
Okay.
Like in the field of gaming, so AI is being used in many kind of AI is applicable in many fields like gaming, hospitals, IRCTC, banking. So in many fields AI has been used.
Yes. So yeah, so I will show you some examples on a lot of examples on artificial intelligence also in the upcoming sessions. But yes, like you said, from my understanding, your understanding of AI is very superficial at this point of time. So in your other AI specific sessions and from the other experts, you will learn more about the details about artificial intelligence, how AI is being used and all of that, and their specific technologies. Here, once you know that, here you will understand how you are going to apply that knowledge and solve problems for the businesses. So I gave you an example of that retail industry now. Just now I gave you a case in point problem, right? So there you do your research. Okay, next time we will discuss more in detail. You do your research and come back how you can use AI to improve and solve that problem, improve the situation for the company and solve that particular problem. Okay. Yeah, so we will discuss that. You need to know a little more about, do some more research. There is tons of information available even without these sessions. You can look at YouTube and all of that. You can see how artificial intelligence is being used in the retail industry. In fact, you yourself might be using it as a user right now. Right? For example, when you're using some clothes to purchase, you will be choosing which is the, let's say you have been purchasing from a certain app and regularly, maybe you buy only t-shirts. So sometimes it will recommend back to you that, okay, why don't you look at these kind of t-shirts, because it knows that Amit is buying t-shirts only. He's not purchasing, let's say, trousers or anything else. He only purchases t-shirts. Maybe it will take that information and then it will tell you, okay, Amit, we have new type of t-shirts which are more in fashion today. Do you want to look at these and buy for yourself? So you can be using technology there to promote those kind of products. That's a very simple and a very high level example that I gave you now. I mean, yes, go ahead. You have a question. I mean,
yes, sir.
Yeah, you had a question. I saw that you wanted to speak. That's why I'm asking you.
So far, nothing, sir.
Is the assignment clear? Did you understand the assignment?
Okay, sir. Can you explain to me once more?
Okay, who will explain to him once more? Hafida, can you explain to Amin the assignment? Since nobody asked me any questions, I'm assuming the others understood. Hafida, can you explain the assignment? Can you rephrase the assignment?
We saw a problem in that many customers are not buying those dresses and they are just visiting and coming back without purchasing. So how to improve that, how to solve that problem, or how to increase the business?
Yeah, using technologies. How will you use technology? Okay, that is because we are talking about technologies, I'm putting that. But before that, you should look at it from a problem-solving approach. Okay, so what is the tools that they can use to solve the problem? You can do some research online, and then next time when we come, we look at it in depth, and we will try to address that. Okay, so Jai Harish, you have anything? Hafida, you have any questions? Jai Harish, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
everything.
sir.
Okay, Jai Harish. Okay, everything is crystal clear. Ashin, everything is crystal clear. Yes. Okay, so tell me one last thing. So how will you find answers to this problem? How will you, okay, now that you understood the problem situation, how will you, with the next session, we'll have the next session soon. How will you, in the meantime, do this homework and come back? What is your approach? I want to help you do the homework. How will you do the homework?
We will do some research on many sites we normally visit and check that product and look and check other website for same product and find the difference. To improve that, we will find our own solution, our own ideas.
Okay, and you also do some research on the internet. Type digital solutions for retail industry. Okay, fashion, digital solutions for fashion retail. Okay, or maybe some of the companies that you're buying from, you can type those and do what, check what they are doing using digital technologies like artificial intelligence and automation and all of those kind of things. Digital solutions for very good digital solutions for retail industry, digital solutions for fashion retail. Do some research, read some articles, and then come back with your points in the next session. All right. Is that very clear? If this is very clear, please type great in the chat box, and then we will kind of end this session. If you had a great time, if you enjoyed the session, you understood something, please type a great in the chat box, and then we will proceed with the we'll kind of close this and go to the we'll meet again in the next session. I want to see how many of you really enjoyed the session. Okay, thank you all of you. Good to see that you're enjoying this session, because that's what only if you enjoy will you be able to learn something and take it back, right? Great, wonderful. So you all have good weekend, and we will meet again in the next session. So with this, I will hand it over to the Kionics team, and if there is anything that they want to announce, they may. Thank you.
Nothing, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We'll end the session here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.